Hello everyone, this will be the review of game Galactic Bulwark Strike, and the key was provided by developer. It's a mixture of Arkanoid. Yes, this is another Arkanoid, probably fifth or so on my channel. I don't like them, but I constantly get them, so I'm trying to show you the game and you will judge if it's good or not, I guess, because I'm not an expert on these. It's mixed with a roguelike, and you have quite a lot of upgrades to get. One warning for the start, when I had anything running in the background, even some low RAM consuming games, this game slowed to a crawl and it was very choppy, so that might cause problems. It should run on a toaster, but it apparently doesn't. But now it's slightly better. So when it comes to options, we can regulate sound and music, which is awesome. The game runs in some small window at least. That's good because I can keep checking if it's running correctly. I will not even click leaderboards because I'm completely not interested. You have feats which do something, no idea what they do, but those are, we can say those are probably achievements, I guess. So I have a couple of them. And upgrades means you can basically grind points even having bad runs, which is very helpful. And after that you can upgrade something and then keep trying again after the upgrade. So this is kinda a roguelite element. I think it's very nice addition because you can get stronger and you have an incentive to play more. I won't be doing, should I? Let's do daily run. I didn't do it, so let's try daily run. I hope it works correctly. The game sometimes also gives you big pause. Right, now you have to pick something. Oh, this should be kinetic gun. I don't know. Might be this one. Let's see what it does. Okay, it gives me a laser. That's nice. We have to bounce the ball and then use the laser. When I was talking about the pause, it gives you a pause when it loads some stuff. So you can like start the daily run and then have a pause. This is normal. I'm not sure if you can pick another weapon. Probably not. So we are stuck with this strange laser. And now it works correctly when I switched off everything else. I should probably go lower with sound, even lower than this, because it's a bit too loud yet. Not sure if it makes any sense to compete with people if there is probably just me playing it, but let's keep doing it for a few minutes. Alright, I'm of course failing. I would maybe do one more, maybe pick a different weapon, just to show you what the difference. I was able to pick an artifact before, which was like a choice in the middle of game, what you want. I chose a curse that gave me more points, but I was doing less damage. So there is also something like that. I'm not sure what is causing it. Do we have to collect it or do we have to gain enough points? This is hard to say. Right now we don't have a very efficient weapon. I was doing pretty well with homing missiles, but this is a rather slow pace weapon. Most of the time you can do nothing. Now I can. Now I have to wait again. Which is not very fascinating, but it's just, you know, one of the many weapons that you can choose. Well, maybe not many, but there's definitely a couple of them. Not sure if there is a boss, probably there is one, but I didn't make it to a boss. I was just kind of grinding points for a while and trying to figure out what's wrong with the slowdowns, but luckily it was just other stuff idling in the background. So it's not inherent part of the game. Now it works correctly, I would say. Also, there is very little settings when it comes to graphics that should be, you know, checked. I would like resolutions and stuff like this, additional effects to be switched off or maybe added. I don't know, but I like to be able to regulate what I see. Let's take, I don't know, let's take this wall laser. Then we go with just normal run. We try to find a better weapon. Now we probably have to, yeah, do this. Okay, homing missiles. Those are efficient. They just shoot stuff on their own. Quite effective. So I will just leave you a little bit of gameplay like this. There runs smoothly right now. I will get a lot of points as well. So if you want to grind for any whatever reason it might be, just to upgrade everything for the sake of it, then this weapon is very efficient, as you can see. I personally like it, and you can focus on bouncing the ball and surviving, and the missiles do the rest. I think I upgraded them even. Yeah, 31 is not much, but for 50 we could maybe upgrade something basically. Then probably have to do it without sound, because I usually switch it off for well, why do I do it? Because I want you to be able to hear me, and if you leave music that's impossible, and if you leave sound it's hard, so I prefer to just switch it off. Might be an artifact now, maybe, yes. So those are artifacts, right? We could get this. Reduced projectile's fire rate but stronger ball. Interesting. Projectile based damage. Not sure what they mean by projectile. We have missiles. I would go with this. Might be stronger but slower. I'm not sure if this is how it works. It's gonna take a long time because I'm not dying. They are. So we will leave it, I guess, for until I die. Then we'll wrap it up. As you can see, if you want to grind, that's easy. You just go into a game, you do some stuff, you probably fail, but then you can upgrade. We'll of course upgrade after this one. Then I will probably be done with the game. It's not exactly what I would play, but it's not painful to play. So it's not as bad as it might look, or as it might seem. I would say it's much better than just the Arkanoid. Sounds of course get annoying after like 5 minutes, for me. But those points are quite satisfying, like it's 170,000 when stuff costs like 50. That's really reassuring. We might actually get somewhere. I would like to see the boss. I probably won't be given this opportunity. Can we make it to... yeah, we can. Overall damage increases, low health. When the health is down to 0. Increased score, I will go with this. Maybe we get more score at least. Oh, Vanvark. Vanvark. Okay, that's good. We have a boss. Takes 1 damage. Takes none, really. He tells us that he takes 1 damage, which is maybe true, but... okay. So we have to hit him with a ball. Because missiles only do 1 damage and ball does 75. Can we do it? Probably not. Yeah, I messed up. And I probably messed up again. Like this, maybe. Yes, 1 more hit. No. Oh, and I'm dead. Alright, so we failed, and we had this pause. I was talking about it. When stuff loads, the game pauses. And if we upgrade, again, we can get stuff like light beam, electric ball, whatever it is. What else? Ultra ball and kinetic gun. So after that, you need to grind 500,000, and then you upgrade stuff again, and you can keep going and trying to improve. Maybe let's click leaderboards once. It's not the worst. What does it mean, me? Me is probably not me. It's somebody. Can I check it somehow? High scores, best time? No. Daily runs. Oh, it's just me. Yeah, 2 people played it. It's not a very popular game, I guess. Yeah, I'm here. Around me. Yeah, 200,000 wasn't that bad. Of course, I'm not the best, but at least I did something. It was much better than before. Global is maybe just me. I don't know. Probably it's more. Oh, it's friends, right? So this is global. This is friends. All right. So if you want a competitive score run, that would qualify. If you like Arkanoids, that definitely qualifies because it's slightly more than Arkanoid. For roguelikes, it has elements of roguelike, but it's mostly just an Arkanoid with a twist. Overall, not so bad really. I would give it 6 out of 10 because it's trying to be more than just Arkanoid, and it is. Those weird poses are annoying. not many options. Like all our options are this. We can have full screen or not, and we can, well, we can regulate at least sound, so that's good. But we can't really regulate graphics at all. Of course, it's pixel art, which I hate. So of course it doesn't add to the score. But I would say in terms of Arkanoids and those Koran games, leaderboards, well, attempts to just be better than others, this actually gives you slight amount of customization and some upgrades and some grinding. So that's, I would say it's better. It's motivating at least. Does it run well? Yes. If you switch everything off, it runs well. Otherwise, it's gonna crawl. It's gonna run very slowly. You can do one daily run and a couple of plays until you are satisfied with your upgrades. What do feats do? I have no idea. Maybe those are achievements, but they are not called achievements, so I'm not gonna be playing detective here. Yeah, apparently you can get stuff. I'm not sure how many there are. Maybe there is, let's see, what is it? 3 lives. Is it saying anything about bosses? It doesn't. Yeah, it is. So there's 3 of them. Probably there's 3 bosses. We found one. And aside from that, you can of course grind points. The higher the better, right? So overall, it wasn't the worst Arkanoid I played. It's slightly above average because it's trying to break the typical bouncing the ball and failing with additional elements. There is a couple of weapons, there's a couple of artifacts. You can make some choices. Well, most use artifacts, but at least this. You have an incentive to grind because you will get upgrades to initial weapons. And this daily run will also serve as additional incentive to fight for score. So it's definitely better than just an Arkanoid, but it's not a very fascinating game. It's probably gonna give you a couple of hours of fun until you get bored. If you're into this, if you're not into this, you can of course skip it. Will I play it? I don't think so, but it wasn't painful. So for me, it was like, okay, I can give it a try. I get it. If I was really bored, I could grind a bit, but I wouldn't invest in such a game. But well, I don't like Arkanoids overall, so you know, we have to take my review as every other review with a grain of salt. Just make your own decisions, research other sources, and if you like Arkanoids, then do it, play it, no problem. If you like arcade games with those leaderboards, of course, this is one of them. I don't have much to add at this point. I think you've seen the gameplay, and yeah, of course, I suck at it. It's natural because I don't play such games. But it was better than I thought. I thought it's gonna be really bad with the slowdown, but it started working correctly, didn't crash. I'm a little bit unsatisfied by lack of graphical options, but it's slightly more than you can think at the first glance. Like, oh, it's just an Arkanoid with some weapons. Yeah, it is, but it also has upgrades of those weapons. It also has artifacts, and it kind of runs well. It's not very fast as well, so that's good. If you're not the best at Arkanoids, you can at least reach some progression here, which is motivating. And of course, if you want to master it, it's gonna be much harder. A couple of those feats to get, so yeah, it's gonna keep you occupied for some time. It's, yeah, it's above average, I would say, but of course we are talking about pixel art Arkanoid, so for me this is like lowest echelon of gaming, or one of the lowest. At least this one is playable. I've seen worse games and worse genres. This one is something you can play for 5 minutes if you're extremely bored. But you know, I'm pretty much waiting, I think, until I can play better games overall, and I'm not really going to such desperation to play low quality indie titles. Not that I don't like indie titles, there are many great indie titles, but I have a long queue of games I would like to really play in peace and have fun with them. And if I make choices, I just pick something I would like, and this can be any genre, really, almost any, because I play most genres. I just hate some of them. But would I ever buy it? I don't think so. I would probably keep it somewhere in the very low priority on my buy list if it's super cheap, and if I get some weird inkling to actually play an Arkanoid and I don't know, get some achievements or something, then maybe. But I just don't play games like that overall. It's not something I'm interested in. But yeah, I've played wars. I definitely played wars. Even on this channel, I had a couple of, probably around 5 Arkanoids. Some of them were really horrible. This one was at least playable. So that would be it, guys. Galactic Bulwark Strike, 6 out of 10. This is above average, mostly Arkanoid with some additional roguelike and roguelite elements. But yeah, the core of the game is definitely Arkanoid. This is just an Arkanoid. So if you don't like them, you won't have fun with this game. But if you do, you might have. You might even have more fun than you might think. Positive review, but it's not really right up my alley. So that will be it for this review, and I will see you guys in the next one.